Hello, everyone. This is Jeff Kelberg, and Sean and I are going to walk you through the third Staples project that's coming on March the 2nd. Just want to walk you through some of the same things. We're calling this Signage Update Project. Once again, this is our consumer electronics team. A very important project as Staples is a strategic partner. Hopefully you're familiar with us talking about that. So as with all of our Staples projects, it's very important that you make no assumptions, print the instructions. We want to make sure that you sign in and sign out appropriately. Sean is going to provide that information during the call. This particular project, we are updating signage and shelf talkers, and we're doing that in 3 different areas. The bubble roll area, the padded mailer area, as well as the packing peanut area. As with all of our Staples projects, there must be a photo as part of the project. After Shauna has walked you through the project, you'll want to stay on the line for a moment so that I can give you the code that you'll need to input to be able to be paid for this call. So Shauna, if you're ready to fire up, go ahead.
Thank you, Jeff. As you have stated already, we're going to be going into Staples and updating some signages in 3 areas in mailing and shipping section. First and foremost, we want to be sure that you print out the instructions. And second, you're going to be bringing in the Staples ASN sign-in and out sheet. We actually have created this so we can put it in our book, and we have our own branded page. So you're going to print that off in Jet and bring it into the store. The next thing you're going to be bringing into the store is a letter of authorization. This will be located in Jet as well. You will need to bring a camera or a smartphone with camera capabilities because photos are required with this project. And you will also be bringing in a signage kit. Each kit will include store-specific number of signs. The sign kits will be sent directly to you. And you will also need the survey questions and the manager sign-off form located in Jet as well. So the first objective, as we've talked about, is you're going to be bringing in that new branded ASM Staples sign-in and out sheet. And you're going to be putting it in the customer service vendor logbook. As you can see a picture here. Here's the customer service book, and the gentleman was very nice to actually put it in the book, and then you sign appropriately. If it is already in there, sign in the current one appropriately. Then you're going to introduce yourself and check in with the general manager, which is preferred. And if he or she is not available, you will check in with the manager on duty. You will present the letter of authorization to them and review the project that you will be doing that day. Be sure to record their valid name and their title and their email for the call report. Now that they know who you are and what you're going to be doing, we're going to move into the second objective of our visit. The first step you're going to want to do is review the content within the signage kit that was sent to you. There's a picture here on the right-hand side of the 3 different shelf talkers and the 3 different adhesives, the bolts and the wings. You will receive 5 bubble roll shelf talkers along with 10 plastic bolts and wings, 3 padded mailer shelf talkers and 6 bolts and wings, and 1 packing peanut shelf talker and 1 plastic clip. If you do get extras, do not throw them away. Just provide those to the manager on duty. The next step is to locate the mailing and shipping area in the store. Just an important tip here, some of the store's setup could vary, and these 3 sections, the bubble roll, the padded mailer, and the packing peanut, are not always adjacent. One could be around the corner. It all depends on the size of the store, so look very carefully. But they should be very close in proximity. So then you're going to locate and remove any of the round shelf danglers in the mailing and shipping sections of the store. As you see, here's an example of what those look like. No matter what date is on the round shelf dangler, they are to be removed and replaced with a new top shelf talkers. These danglers can be located in all the three sections that we'll be touching today, the bubble roll, the padded mailer, and the packing unit. So go ahead and remove those for that step. Then you're going to fold the top lip of the new shelf talker along the dotted line on all versions, as you can see here on the right-hand side. Then the first section we're going to do is the bubble roll shelf talker. So you're going to attach one shelf talker every 4 feet along these shelves. Utilize all 5 copies of the shelf talker if possible, however, keeping with the 4-foot guideline. Avoid placing any on the bottom shelf to avoid getting damaged. And you'll need 2 of the plastic bolts and the 2 wing nuts for each shelf talker as well. Slide the bolt through the slat in the top lip and attach the shelf by screwing the wing nut on the bottom of the shelf. Here is an example on the right-hand side. As I stated earlier, do not throw any shelf talkers away. If there are extras, give them to the manager on duty. Next, you will see a view of the underside of the shelf where you can see how the bolts and the nuts screw under the shelf. And over to the right-hand side, you can see how these new shelf talkers work within this new bubble roll area. This is what the picture needs to look like. A photo is required of each of these 3 sections. So after you get done with the bubble roll section, please take a picture and make sure that you can see all the new shelf talkers. Next, we're going to be moving on to the padded mailer shelf talkers. You're going to stagger every 4 feet as we did with the bubble roll. Utilize all 3 copies of the shelf talkers, and however, keeping the 4-foot, 1 in every 4-foot guideline. Avoid placing any of these on the bottom shelf to avoid damage, and you will need the plastic bolts and wings for the shelf talkers. Slide the bolt through the slat in the top lip and attach the shelf by screwing the wing nut on the bottom shelf side of the shelf. As you can see, another example of the underside view of how they screw onto the shelf. And over here, here's an example of what it will appear when it is done and complete. This is another area where you will be taking a picture of the entire padded mailer section and uploading it. The signs need to be visible in this picture. Photos are required as a proof of performance. The last area within the mailing and packing is the packing peanut shelf talker. Reminder, there's only to be 1 shelf talker per 4-foot section for Staples policy. Slide the folded edge on the lip into the plastic clip to hang on the cage. Here's an example of how the packing peanut version should appear once clipped on the wire cage. If you have received extras, just do not throw them away. Give them to the manager on duty. Then you will take a picture of this section as well, the packing peanut, and that is required. After you have finished all of the new shelf talkers and you have identified your 3 visible pictures of the different areas, the bubble roll, the padded mailer, and the packing peanut, you are ready to go to your exit steps. You will want to review with the general manager or the manager on duty of your job, make sure it's up to their satisfaction, and get a signature on the sign-off sheet. Then you'll want to sign out of the vendor log that is located at the customer service desk, and obviously answer the call report questions and upload the 3 pictures. Jeff, do you have anything to add?
Yes, thank you, Shauna. Folks, this was the 3rd of our 3 Staples calls, and this is for the signage update. Just a quick reminder of how important it is with our strategic partner Staples that we execute to perfection. And remember that there are no assumptions. You print the instructions. Lastly, the phrase that pays is Staples Signage Update. Thanks, everyone.